Hey guys, welcome to the Skolo Online YouTube channel, the channel that is all about learning, okay? In this channel, we make a lot of videos on web development, WordPress design, e-commerce development, Python development, and a whole lot more. We will take you through the process of everything we're teaching you from beginning to end, step by step, so that you can follow along and build as we build, all right? If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button is going to be red right underneath the video that you're watching, and like this video and comment on these videos. Let us know what works for you, what doesn't work for you, so that we can create content that is more relevant to what you guys want to watch, okay? Also, underneath the video that you're watching, there is that show more button underneath the description. Please open it up and have a look at some of the links that we've created for you. Every time that we make a video, we will add all the useful links underneath it. So if you hear me saying in the video that I'm going to link it in the description below, that's where you'll find the link in the description underneath the video, all right, for more information to help you learn along, all right? And a lot of the videos that we make, also we will create timestamps because our videos are long. You don't have to watch the entire video. You can go through these timestamps and read which part of the video you are interested in watching. Click on the timestamp and it will fast forward you to that part of the video, and you only have to watch that, all right? And we also have linked in the description below our social media channels, so feel free to follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We've got our website right there, and if you want to get in touch with us, my email address is also available in the description below. So let's start learning. In this video, we're going to be discussing e-learning or creating a learner management system. Let's start by defining what a learner management system is. Okay, if you Google it, you will come across this definition. A learning management system is a software application for the administration, documentation, tracking, reporting, automation, delivery of educational courses. So on Skolo Online, we have our own learning management system, e-learning platform. All right, so a lot of the courses that we teach right here on this YouTube channel, we have more structured approach, in terms of a full complete course, and some content that we don't have on YouTube available online. Of course, the courses we have on our website are not for free. You have to pay for them, but you get much more value for money. So I got a question once, how to create a learner management system like this one, all right? And the short answer of it is not as easy as it looks, okay? But I'm going to try and give you in this video one of the fastest way you can do it for the least amount of money, okay? So the fastest method that's going to cost you the cheapest, all right? So obviously it's not going to be the best platform, but it's going to be a fully functional learning management system. So if you're creating something for your organization or for your small business and you don't have a big budget, so this could be an approach that you're going to want to follow, all right? So let's get started. I'm going to close that and then I'm going to start over here, all right? I've defined learner management system for you. If you go to the internet and you search for the available learner management system platforms that you can use, I came across this blog that's written by WP Beginner that lists the top 7 WordPress-based LMSs, all right? So these are the ones that are going to be built on WordPress, and you're going to sort of get a fully managed platform, so you're not gonna spend money on development or trying to get it to work or worry about the nitty-gritties of the nuts and bolts. They're gonna create it for you, and you're just gonna be paying a licensing fee. And a lot of the LMSs available out there have that kind of arrangement where you pay a licensing fee, and then you are able to implement this LMS, and provided you make enough money from your courses, you can afford to pay for the licensing fee, sometimes even make a profit. So I linked this blog for you if you want, but actually if you just Google WP WordPress best LMSs, you'll come across this blog, okay? So I've taken the top 3 from the top 7 of this blog because I think the rest are going to be quite similar. And I just want to show you actually that if you're going to go this approach, it's not going to be cheap for you. And if you're starting out and you're not sure about the kind of income you're going to be making, it's going to be a bit challenging. But if you have money to spend, let's say you're creating this for a client who has a budget, all right? Or you have already, like, you're creating this for a school or an environment where already the school fee is being paid, and you know that you can afford to pay the licensing fee. This is probably the best approach, to go for a fully a managed platform, because these guys are going to manage all the back end headaches for you that come with managing an LMS, and you don't have to worry about that. They'll give you a functioning system, but you have to pay licensing fee. So the first one on this list is this MemberPress. Okay, so MemberPress, if you go to their website, you can read through this. You will see all the things that they offer. It comes with with payment methods. Everything is included. And you just it's probably going to be like a one button approach. You add in this plugin into your WordPress website, and suddenly you have this MemberPress, and you can do learning management. Okay, I want to just draw you to the pricing so you can have a look at how much they charge for this kind of services. All right, so you will see you are paying anything from $179 a year to $449 a year, and it looks like this is an annual membership, so maybe they won't allow you to pay on a month-to-month basis. You will have to have this money available the first year, and then you'll work on it, and then the next year you have to continue paying it. For as long as you're using the plugin, you're gonna have to pay it, and once you start paying, you can't stop. You'll be committed to that plugin, unless if you change it, or else they will just shut everything down, and then people can't get access to their courses. You're gonna lose your history. With these plugins, once you commit to one plugin, you might have to work with it forever, because when you have a school and you have history information in there, certificates that have been granted, documentation that you've already created, you don't want to lose that data over time. So this is how much you're looking at paying. Okay, the second one that's on there is this one that's called Learn Dash. All right, Learn Dash is also a learner management system that allows you to create courses online on a WordPress website. It's a one-click install. A lot of them are, so it's really useful. It's really easy and and convenient to set up, but it comes with a cost. Okay, so if you look at the pricing over here, for this one, you're also looking at 189 from 159. So if you compare this pricing with that, it's pretty similar. Okay, it's not that much different. So at minimum, you're paying for the cheapest version, okay, which allows you only one website. So you can't be doing this for multiple clients. This is maybe for just one client at a time. All right, and then you're paying this 159. If you had another client, you'd have to pay that 159 again on an annual basis. So how much is $159? Let me do a quick calculation so I can see how much this is in my rands. All right, it would be like 160 times let's say 15. You're looking at about 2,500 rand. So if you are charging a client 10 grand or 20 grand to build them this website, you could potentially have them pay for this licensing fee. So this is not impossible. It's not something that you cannot do. All right. And then the last one that I want to have a look at is this one that's called Lifter LMS. Okay. It also comes with pricing. So far, I haven't seen an LMS that is free. Okay, that is fully managed, that is free. Obviously, it can't be free because of all the data that has to be managed, the hosting. I would be surprised if you found one that was free. I would be worried about why would it be free. Okay, so you have this one as well. And this one, it starts at 120 plus, but I think this is just the add-ons. Okay, and this is $360 plus. So this looks like it's a little bit more expensive than the other one. All right, let's go back to the pricing. It looks like it's a little bit more expensive. These are add-ons. Just be careful there. All right, and you're paying $360. So if you look at this minimum budget for about $200 a year to have a learner management system, if you want to build it on a WordPress website. Okay, that is option one. Okay, and this is for beginners, people that don't have programming experience. If you're working with WordPress and you don't have time to try and build yours from scratch. Okay, option number two, all right, is to go and get open software, what we call freely available LMS software that you can install yourself on your own server and then manage it yourself. Okay, so one of those open available software, this is the most popular openly available LMS software that is called OpenEDX. All right, so it is a free software. It is open, what do they call it, like open software. You can use it for free. You cannot change it, but you can modify it for your personal use, whatever you want to use it for. Right, it is software, which means that you have to install it yourself on your own host or on your own server, and then run it and manage it yourself, manage all the updates, and so forth. And so you have to understand programming, you have to understand systems, you have to understand networks, and a lot of this. All right, so I think we'll have a tutorial about this, installing EDX, because it's a bit of a complex process installing EDX on your computer. But this OpenEDX is the same software that manages one of the most popular LMS platforms, which is the EDX platform. You probably know about that. So this is pretty good back-end software. It's used by some of the leading companies in the world, and it is used by EDX, so it works. But it is complex to install because you have to do the nitty-gritties, you have to understand programming. But there is a Django plugin or a Django sort of version of this, which you can easily install on a server, and I'm going to do a tutorial on it. So if you're interested, stay tuned to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you are watching the notifications, because in the next couple of weeks, I will do a full tutorial on the OpenEDX software and how to install it using a Django on like a your own virtual private server or something like that. But today we're not going to do this because this is a bit involved, it's a bit complex, it's not as straightforward as what I'm going to show you today. What I'm going to show you today is the most straightforward and the easiest way to do this at the cheapest price. Remember, that's what I promised at the beginning. So there's one thing you need for this, all right, and that is DigitalOcean, Droplet. All right, so if you follow our tutorials, we do a lot of our programming on DigitalOcean, and there's a solution they've got on DigitalOcean where you can install a Droplet and one of the applications that they have on their marketplace. So if you go to the DigitalOcean marketplace, you can visit the sort of like the software and the sort of the tools that they've got, and you can install a couple of things and work through this. All right. And one of the stuff that you can buy off their DigitalOcean marketplace is a learner management system, open-ended software that you can install on a Droplet, and it comes fully sort of like configured, that you don't have to do all the extra work of trying to configure it yourself like you would do on something like OpenEDX. So it would come fully configured. It's already pre-designed. Even the front end is configured, the back end, everything, the middleware, even the Nginx, proxy is already done. You press a button, it installs it for you. You go on the front end and you can see your LMS, all right? So that's what we're going to do in this tutorial. So if you don't have a DigitalOcean account, just have a look at the description below. I'm going to link an affiliate code in the description below, all right? Or what that does is that it will grant you a discount if you use it, all right? So if you use the link that I'm going to give you in the description, you will get up to $100 a discount for that you have to use in the next 60 days. So how long is 60 days? About 2 months. So in the next 2 months, if your bill comes up to $100, you will get that $100 discounted. So you won't pay anything, at least in the next 60 days. And then after 60 days, you will pay whatever it is your Droplet is worth. But I'm going to show you how to do this on the cheapest Droplet, which is the $5 a month Droplet. So you won't actually even get to using that $100. You'll probably only use 10 out of that $100, which means that you will go the next 2 months without paying it. Okay, so you can try this out and see if it works for you. And if you like it over and above 2 months, then you have to continue paying it yourself. But I'm going to show you a solution that works with the $5 Droplet. And obviously, as you grow and you get bigger and bigger, you might want to expand your infrastructure and increase the size of your Droplet. But DigitalOcean allows you to be able to do that as you go along. Okay, so check out for that affiliate link below, and let's get started. So I'm going to get started from my dashboard. So if you're sitting on your DigitalOcean dashboard, if you log into your DigitalOcean, you will see your dashboard that looks like this. You're on the navigation panel here. You're able to navigate through all the things that you can do. You can install an application, and this is like a one-click installation as well. You can install anything from a Django application, to a Vue application, whatever it is, JavaScript. You can do all of that in there. All right, we're not going to do that today. You can install a Droplet, Kubernetes. There's a lot of things that you can do over here, but what I'm going to show you is how to create this. All right, so we are going to create this LMS. So start at the top there where it says create, press on that create button. All right, and then we're going to go into create a Droplet. So this is where you would pick your configuration of the Droplet that you want to create, okay? You would select the operating system that you want, the plan that you want, and the amount that you're going to pay for the Droplet, anything from $6 to $96. a month, and then you select your location. But we're not going to do that. What we're going to do, instead of creating a droplet like that, we want to create a droplet that is pre-configured with our learner management system. So we need to then go to the marketplace instead. So you can go to the marketplace as well from when you're purchasing a droplet. So you go into a marketplace like that. All right, and inside of your marketplace, you will see all the available pre-configured droplets. Okay, so if you buy this droplet, it's pre-configured with WordPress 5.1 on Ubuntu 20.04. Everything is already done in this droplet. Okay, so instead, I'm going to go to see all market apps because I want specifically the learner management app. All right, learner management system pre-configuration. And then at the top over here, you'll see the staff picks. Obviously, the staff picks are the ones that are the most used, probably the most, highly recommended, most used. But at the top here, I'm just going to search LMS. All right. And then you'll see one of the first ones to come is Chamilo with that e-learning. So I'm going to click on that. All right. And then you will see, go and read through this. Okay, this is exactly what I want to install. I want to install this Chamilo LMS system. There is actually more than one. I think there's like 3 options or 3 types of LMSs on DigitalOcean that you can pre-configure on a droplet. But I want to do this one because I think I've tried it before and it really is amazing. So, you can read the description. It's a simply e-learning with Chamilo Learning Management System. Use a one-click app. So it's basically you're going to install it once and it comes with everything in there. That's what it means. And you can read over there what is included, okay? So this is the database that it's working on. It's working on this server and PHP 7.2. All right, and then there's some instructions there that you can read about how to get this installed. And obviously, you can also see over there. You can go, perhaps you can open this so that if you have issues, you can contact their support to assist you. All right, and then you can also install it using the API, using the DigitalOcean API if you want to do that. But we're not going to do the DigitalOcean API. So I'm just going to create Chamilo Droplet. Okay, and it's that easy. Then it's going to go to this page where you need to sort of configure the droplet that you want to create. So all of that's been decided. It's going to be on Ubuntu 18.04. That's how it was set up. I want a basic. So the basically one, it's a shared CPU. So other people are using the same CPU. It doesn't matter really because you'll have your own space based on what you've purchased. Okay, and then you have the CPU options. You have the premium one and the regular one. Just be careful of buttons that are already pre-clicked, So if you want to pay the $5 a month, you have to select the regular Intel one, okay? Not the premium one. The premium one is a little bit more expensive, $1 extra. If you don't notice that, you find yourself paying $6. And then I'm going to just go for the $5 a month one, okay? This is really small. It's 1 gig. 25 gigs of space, 1000 whatever gigs transfer. It's not going to do much. All right. So maybe this is useful for if you just have like a small classroom of like 5 or 6 people, maybe, that are going to be using this. Or even if you're just testing it out when you're starting out to see how this thing works, because you can always upgrade it later on. You can start with a $5 droplet and then as you get more users on your system, you can upgrade it as you go along. But I must tell you, this is not going to achieve much as far as droplets go. And then you can select your location, okay? Selecting your location is very, very important. And if you're doing this for a client, you might want to sit and have this discussion with your client as well with respect to, the data regulations of specific countries and whether your client is perfectly happy with their data sitting in the US or they want it to sit in Europe or perhaps in Singapore. But at least the majority of a lot of the continents are covered over here, all right? So I normally go for between London and Amsterdam because I like to have my stuff in Europe as opposed to in America. Okay, not that I've got anything against Americans. And then over there you can select that additional options. I'll click that, and then you can use SSH keys. So if you've done a droplet before in the past where you set up your SSH keys, you have the same option to use the same SSH keys. They are always going to be stored on your account, okay? And if you haven't done this, the first time it will give you an option and you can do the create SSH and you can put them in here. Otherwise, you can work with a password, but I highly recommend you work with SSH. If you're not sure how to do it, I think we've done a video on this channel. Just go back and have a look at our video list. There's a video where we do initial server setup, and we buy a droplet the first time around, and we have to create the SSH keys, and I think I've done that. All right. Otherwise, you can use the SSH key you already have. This is a public key anyway, so you can see it doesn't matter. This is the public key. So it's the same public key I'm going to use. Otherwise, you can create a new one if you wanted to use maybe a different computer and have a different private key. But I'm going to just keep that one because I'm going to delete this droplet when I'm done. And then after that, you have an option. Here is where you can sort of give your droplet a name. I like to give it a unique name so I know what the droplet is called. So I'm going to call it Skolo LMS. Like that. All right, and you can have tags in there. This is if you have a lot of droplets to identify them, and you have a project. If you want backups of the thing, this is very, very important if you're doing this for a client, especially. And if this was a serious project, I would definitely pick the backup option. Even though it's like an extra $1 a month, it is worth it. There's nothing worse than having a server crash and then you lose all your information because you didn't have backups, or you get hacked. This happens. This is probably one of the reasons why, not the reasons why, but one of the reasons that causes most people to have to go back to backups is getting hacked. And people take this for granted as if it will never happen to them, but it happens to everybody. Okay, you could have your system hacked and then somebody corrupts your files and then they want to hold your files hostage and want you to pay like 10 Bitcoins or 1 Bitcoin to release your files. And if these files are really, really important and it's like a, you've got like learning management system for a whole university or a high school, and you will be forced to pay those 10 Bitcoins to have your files released. So one of the best reasons to have a backup is exactly that. Somebody sits and corrupts your file and does something like that, you can just tell them to fuck off and you can go to your backups and you can restore your website anywhere else without worrying that they have messed up your thing. So that is number one reason. Another one obviously is crashes and all sorts of things that happen. But the only other time I've ever had to use backups on a client website is normally when they get hacked. And anybody can get hacked. It might not be you. You might have the best security, okay? Hacking is as easy as hacking an individual, okay? Anybody that has access to the network could be sitting somewhere in a restaurant with their daughter on their network, and then they get hacked, and then that person steals their passwords, and then they get into the network, and then they mess up the whole network, and then you have to restore it, okay? So if you're doing this for a client, $2 or $1 a month is a very small price to pay compared to the 10 Bitcoins you'll have to pay when somebody gets a hold of your files and holds them hostage, okay? So I won't do this because it's a learning thing. I'm doing this for educational purposes. I'm going to delete this droplet as soon as I'm done with it. I'm not going to do the backup. Okay, there you go. So it's working. Okay. So that's done. I normally just click on this to copy my IP address. But let's click on the get started because it's got some useful things that you need to remember when you're getting started, all right? So I'm going to click on that, and you will see some instructions on how to access your LMS and how to make changes. So all the work, this is perfect for people that don't know programming and don't want to do any programming, because this is all front-end based. All the development work you have to do on this is front-end based, and you don't have to worry about what is happening in the back end, all right? So getting started, you can go directly to your Droplet IP, all right? So let's have a look at that. So I'm going to do HTTP, and then that's my Droplet IP. Let's have a look at it. There it is. So this is your LMS. It's already been created. This Droplet IP is this one over there. So I'm going to, let me push this away. We'll have a look at this later. You can connect as admin using the default credentials. You can just, your username will be admin and your password will be DigitalOcean. All right, so let's try that. Admin, Ocean, and then let's log in. There you go. I'm not going to save this password. And then this is your LMS, all right? So you can see already, obviously the first thing you want to do is to change your username and password, because now everybody knows the username is admin and the password is DigitalOcean, okay? So we'll get to that later. So obviously change your password. Yeah, that makes sense. To change the URL of the domain, you just point your DNS to the IP for this VM. This is very easy to do. So this is the IP 169.993231. So what you want to do is that you want to go to a domain service provider like domains.co.za, whatever, and you create and you buy a domain over there. I will put a link to domains.co.za as well. And then inside of the DNS management records for that where you bought your domain from, you just add an A record. Okay, it needs to be an A record, and that A record you just point it to this IP address. And once you do that, then this IP address, when people go to this IP address, the DNS will route them to the domain, and then it will be the domain that you bought. That's all you have to do. Okay, so that's very, very simple. You manage it from your DNS side where you bought your domain. All right, and then to reconfigure with HTTPS, there is a tutorial with Let's Encrypt where you can just use your Apache host to point to this, whatever. You probably have to log in to the Droplet, but now you have SSH keys, so you can go to, if you're on Windows, you can use PuTTY. If you're on Mac, you can use your terminal, and you can use your SSH to log into your Droplet, and then you can follow the tutorial. You can even like Google it, all right? Because I don't have the link to this one, right? Let's encrypt Ubuntu, whatever, to point to whatever. So let's do, I'm just gonna copy that, all right? No, let me do it like this. All right, and let me do DigitalOcean and paste that. All right, and there you go. How to secure an Apache with the Let's Encrypt on Ubuntu. There's the tutorial, and you can have a look at this tutorial. You can go through it, and it will show you how to do that. You probably have to install certbot and certbot Apache, and then you're gonna just do like one line and get that done. Okay, I'm not gonna do that in this tutorial because I don't have a domain anyway. Before you can do this, you have to have a domain. So the first thing you have to do before you can try and install a Let's Encrypt SSL certificate is that you need to point your domain to that. Then once you've pointed your domain and you have your domain working, then you can install the SSH certificate. But I'm gonna put all these links for you to follow, and you can be able to do it, all right? That's not the purpose of this tutorial. The purpose of this tutorial is to install the LMS. These are just additionals, all right? And then after that, you're done, okay? So let's have a look at our LMS, okay? This is really, really interesting. Now, from here, you can see your profile is over there. So this is your profile. You have your inbox, your profile username and everything. So let's go there and try and change our profile information, okay? So it looks like you can edit your profile information over here. Okay, so you can change your name there and say you are Skolo. My first name is Skolo. My last name is online. My code is admin. My email is Skolo. No, it's admin at skolo.online. You can put in your phone number. You can put in a profile image. Let's have a look there. All right, that's a nice profile picture there. All right, I've cropped it. Perfect. You can reset your password. Enter your password. A new password if you want to enter it, or you can just leave it, don't reset it, because I'm going to delete this right anyway. My profile is, you can choose whether you're a learner or whatever. I'm a trainer. All right, language is English. Send email to new user, no. Legal, .. and then you can save all of that. So your profile information has been saved, all right? So you are officially the admin of this, and obviously you might want to change your username and password before you do anything, and you can see all of the permissions that all the actions that you've done, and you can see your user information over there, and your profile picture has changed already, okay? So at the top here of this Chamilo, you have the homepage, the courses, the agenda, reporting, social network, okay? Social network is like that board where people talk, like if you can chat over here and be like, hey, what's up? Everyone that has access to hey, what's up? You can delete that. I got the spelling wrong. Hey, what's up, like that. So this is like a social media for your for your learners. So all the learners will be able to see this board, this posting wall, the social wall. Every time you post something, you can post an image, a file. Let's say you did a course, and you can have these ones for also different courses as you like, okay? And people can chat here, people can comment, and people can talk. If there was a course someone didn't understand, people can socialize within the LMS. So that's what that social network is for, all right? And the home page is where everybody lands when they log in for the first time. Because you haven't configured any courses, you don't see anything here, but you'll be able to create courses so you can see a lot of stuff happening there. Okay, your courses is all the courses that you have. Currently, there is no course, so you have to start by creating a course and then go ahead and do that. All right, personal agenda reporting, we'll look at that later. But I want to take you to the administration panel. This is where you manage the back end and everything that needs to come into this learner management system, and it's done from the administration panel, and only the administrator has access to it. When you come here for the first time, you will see it's divided into users, courses, course sessions, portal, system, skills, Chamilo org, data protection, and so forth, right? What you want to do here is to edit all the items within the portal, right? So you go into the portal and you go into configuration settings and you click there. This is where you're going to manage all your configuration items, all right? So you can change your organization. Obviously, you don't want to call your learner management system my organization the whole time. You're going to call this whatever it is. Let's say you want to call this Skolo Online, okay, and it will be called that. The URL, the e-learning campus name. So you're going to go through all of this. It's a long list, okay? And you're going to change all the configuration items to suit what it is that you want to do with this LMS. This also includes things like, do you want to send people an email when they create an account? Do you want everybody to have access to create a course, or only people that are called learners, that are called teachers can create a course? Do you want to be able to approve a course before it goes online? What must the courses have? Payment systems, all sorts of that. All of that is managed over here. And on the top is the navigation for the admin. So this is the basic admin that you have to do. So if you're done with that, you click Save Settings, all right, and then it's going to be saved, all right? And then there's a lot of things, go through this and spend your time actually navigating through all the different options, because there's a lot of things to look at here. But there are two main things I want to draw your attention to, and they'll let you discover the rest on your own, okay? The first one is to how to change the way this looks, okay? Because currently it's going to come with the Chamilo logo, and obviously you want your own logo, and you want to even maybe change the way this looks, okay? How you do that is you go over there, all right, into the the one which says style sheets. Yes, you go into the style sheets, is the one which looks like a painter thing, paint over there. Usually there would be an option that allows you to upload a new style sheet, but it looks like currently with the location of the style sheet, it says it's not writable, okay? The reason for this is that it's not allowing you to change the style sheets from the front end, at least to change the way they look, the files on the front end, okay? But you can see that there's different types of style sheets that are available that you can choose from, okay? So let's say you want to change this to corporate, for example, all right? You can then say Save Settings, okay, and you'll see that has changed. It was different, okay? If you want to really see a huge difference, let's choose something like Academica, all right, and Save Settings. You will see everything changed, okay? This is how you change the way your LMS looks, but you still want to change this logo, okay? The way to do it is this way. You download the style sheet, all right? You're going to download the style sheet, update it, and re-upload it. That's how you're going to change it. So after you've downloaded it, let's see if it's downloaded. No, not yet. Download. Oh yeah, download the file. Sorry, you have to click that button. There it is, okay? So it has downloaded this file. Let me try and see if I can open it from here. All right, so I'm gonna open this. And then you go into the file, all right? Deep into the file, into the CSS, into the themes, into Academica theme, all right? And if you look at images, you'll see there's two images over here. All right, there's this background image, which is that one, and then there is the header logo, which is this one. All right, so the only thing you're gonna do is that you're gonna replace these two files. you're going to give them the exact same file name. So you delete the files that are there and put in any other file that you like. Use the exact same file name so that the application can recognize it, because obviously you won't change the whole CSS coding or the HTML coding. And HTML coding is going to call the file header logo. So instead, just replace the header logo file with your own logo. So if your logo, whatever your logo is, you put it in there and you change the file, but you keep the same file name. And if you want to change this as well, you can do that. So once you've done that, all right, you're going to then go and you've saved it. Okay, so after you've saved it, you're going to now go and recompress it. Okay, let's rename it. Okay, let's rename it to I don't know, let's rename it to Skolo, so that we're not confused about the name. Then after that, you go and you zip it, you compress it again, and you have a compressed file. And then you go and you re-upload it. Currently, it doesn't allow us to do that because it says that it is not writable. So you might have to do it directly in the backend. Luckily, it's telling you exactly where the file is located. All right. So you can see the location. So you can log into your Droplet. All right. And you see this var www location there. That's why you probably can't write it from the front end, because this is a protected location. This is where all your website files are, and you need sudo privileges to make changes to this location. That's why probably it's not writable. So what you'll have to do is that you'll have to log into the back end of your Droplet and go to this location, and then use sudo privileges to re-upload this file directly to that location and call it something else. Call it Skolo, and then it will then appear on this list, and then you will change it to that whatever, and then save settings, and then you'll have the logo changed. So those are the two things I wanted to show you about how to personalize your learner management system. The first one is obviously the first thing that I showed you over there is how to go to the admin and do the configuration settings and go through the basic configuration settings. That's number one. After you've done that, then you go over there into the style sheets, and you can change the way the thing looks, the way you want it to look with the logo and everything, and then you're done. Then after that, you go to your courses, and then you can start uploading courses. You go to create a course like that, you give it a name, and you just follow through the process of creating a course, and then you're good to go. So how long did it take me? I think less than an hour. Okay, so a learner management system in less than an hour, it's going to cost you $5 a month, and you can pay it on a month-to-month basis. You're not going to be stuck with paying annual costs of like $180 that you're seeing over there. It's going to cost you $5 a month on a DigitalOcean Droplet. And the nice thing about it is that you can cancel anytime you want. And I'm going to show me canceling this to you right now, and you can see how easy it is. When you are tired of it and you want to cancel it, this is exactly how you're going to do it. Okay, you're going to go back to your DigitalOcean. All right, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to just delete all of that and go back home. All right, so I want to see my dashboard. All right, this is the Droplet I just bought. Okay, so when I'm sick and tired of it and I don't want it anymore, I'm just going to click over there, destroy Droplet, and that's it. Destroy this Droplet. That's how easy it is to cancel the services on DigitalOcean, and you can see how much you're going to pay before you pay it on a monthly basis. And I always pay about $5 a month because I've got the smallest, cheapest that I use for educational purposes, of course. All right. So guys, thank you guys for watching. Next time, maybe not next week, but next time when I have gathered the strength to do it, I will take you through how to install this one, because this is a little bit more complicated. You have to do it on an even bigger Droplet because it's much more powerful, and it has a lot of things. But this one that we did has everything you need for an LMS. Okay, so getting started, if you're really cheap, start with that one. Okay, and we'll see you guys next time.